Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana, and we're here today with special guest, Rianka Dorsainvil, who's here to share with us a new era of financial literacy with Chime baking app and FinTalk. So is social media reshaping how we understand finance? Well, today's guest is here to share with us just that. Rianka Dorsainvil, a certified financial planner, is a visionary leader in virtual, fee-only financial planning, bringing 15 years of experience in the wealth management industry. As the founder and senior wealth advisor at YGC Wealth, she has redefined inclusive, culturally competent, and tech-forward finance advice for a new generation of clients. So welcome to the show, Rianka Dorsainvil.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
My goodness, what an honor it is to have you here and to talk about this. For those of us who are a little old school, and I'm one of those, can you share a little bit about what FinTalk is and how people are using it?
Certainly. So, FinTalk refers to the financial side or personal financial side of TikTok, where users are logging on to learn about investing, budgeting, credit scores, what credit cards to use, and the like.
Well, that is so interesting. How would you say that social media is reshaping personal finance?
Those who probably don't have access to hire a financial advisor or a certified financial planner to learn about some of the basics when it comes to finance, whether it's budgeting, high level investing, credit scores, how your credit score is derived, which I think is a really big important factor in how you obtain credit or buying a home or getting a loan for a car. Some of these things we can't gatekeep anymore, and social media is providing us to have a more user-friendly and tangible way to talk about personal finances. It's basically meeting your audience where they are.
I think that's so good for, especially not everyone has had a finance background training. They don't have family members that are teaching these kind of things. I understand that you have some new surveys to share with us, and I'd love to hear about them.
Yes, so I am so excited to have partnered with Chime to take a look at the latest emerging social trends with social media, specifically TikTok. So, according to AI Social Listening and this national survey, it turns out that the 5 largest trends of TikTok this year were, or FinTalk, girl math, cash stuffing, my personal favorite, loud budgeting, money dysmorphia, and underconsumption. And so what this is sharing is that, again, users want to understand personal finance. They want to get a better handle of their finances, specifically when it comes to budgeting. In fact, 32% of respondents said they want to learn more. They're yearning about personal finance. However, they felt embarrassed to talk about personal finances to their family and friends. It's no shock to see that 89% of respondents said that they go to FinTalk on a daily basis to learn about these things.
Oh my gosh, there's so much there I want to unpack. So when we talk about loud budgeting and girl math, I mean, what are those things?
So let's talk about loud budgeting, because that's one of my personal favorites. So loud budgeting is saying like, hey, listen, I'm on a budget. We don't like talking about the B word, the budget, but it's something that I encourage, especially with my clients. I'm like, listen, share with your family and friends what your personal financial goals are, whether they're short-term or long-term goals, because when you start saying no to things, whether it's no to the brunch, no to the individual big holiday gifts, and maybe let's do kind of like some group gifts, they understand the why behind it, right? And so personal finances are personal. However, we don't want to make it become a personal issue with our family if we start saying no to things, and they won't take it personal. They'll be like, oh, listen, Rianka, she has some financial goals to me, and this is why she's saying no, and I'm not taking it personal. So that's loud budgeting, and that's something that that's a trend that I can get behind and I can stay behind.
I can understand why that makes so much sense, especially, I mean, with your background as a certified financial planner. I mean, you've got such great expert opinions on this. So are all trends good advice?
Well, as I share with my clients, even my family and friends, I'm like, listen, if you see any trends on social media, whether they're claiming to be an expert or not, always approach it with a bit of curiosity, seeing, does this make sense for me? How does this impact my short-term and long-term financial goals? And with trends, they come and go, right? And so if you start a trend, if you start loud budgeting and it's not working for you, okay, let's figure out what works. The thing with personal finances is that it's always going to be here. It's always going to be around, and it's something that we're always going to be talking about. But listen, I understand some people can be a bit weary of when it comes to social media and taking financial advice or guidance. So beyond FinTalk, right, there's Chime. Chime is all about unlocking financial progress. And so Chime has a plethora of blogs and articles by vetted financial experts that will help you learn about investing, about budgeting, cash flow, and the like. And also, they have a gamified approach to teaching their members about personal finance. And again, the gamified approach is a trend, right? That a lot of people like to get behind. And also it helps learning. It makes it fun. I would love to learn about personal finances and it'd be fun. What about you?
Oh, I love that. I'm all over that, like white on rice, let me tell you. Especially, I mean, it seems like Chime has such great resources for people to use.
Yes, Chime has a ton of resources. In fact, it's the number one banking app in America. It has over 1 million 5-star reviews. I don't know what other banking app we can say for that, right? So again, they have a large community also of members who are backing each other. And so that's the one thing I also love about Chime is its members and the community that it's building around unlocking that financial progress.
So, in your expert opinion, do you think social media impacts savings and spending habits that people have?
I do. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that 65% of the respondents said that using FinTalk daily, it had a positive impact on their personal finances. And it's probably because there's another trend that popped up called de-influencing, where content creators would encourage people to review their expenses, take a look at their budget, and cut back unnecessary spending. So in fact, the influencers were de-influencing. And again, that's another trend. I can get behind that trend.
I can see why. I can definitely see why. And I think it really has to do with also the expert that you're listening to, because one person may have some good advice that may not really work, but then someone who's a certified financial planner, you're held at a different standard.
Oh, absolutely. Being a certified financial planner is the gold standard in the personal finance space. And so I do hold high regard to the CFPs out there who are lending personal finance guidance and advice on social media. And we're held to a standard where we can't just talk about every trend and say, hey, get behind this. So again, if you're a little weary about, the trends that are popping up on social media, again, do your due diligence, vet the person that you're listening to. And if it's a CFP, I can get behind them.
Do you feel that FinTalk is helping to close a financial literacy gap?
I do. FinTalk is doing a really great job, again, of meeting people where they are when it comes to personal finances. And the great thing about this is that there's more than one content creator. There's just not one person talking about cash stuffing or girl math or loud budgeting or you name the next financial trend that's coming out. What this is doing, again, is providing access to those who typically do not have access to a financial planner or a financial advisor. And it is helping individuals learn about personal finances in the comfort of their own space. And also, they're learning about personal finances at their own time and whatever level that they're at, right? Because we can talk about investing and I can say, the S&P 500, blah, blah, blah. And then it may cross eyes for someone. However, another content creator can say it totally different. We're saying the same thing, but in a totally different way, right? And so I believe FinTalk is providing a space and guidance out there for those who want to and are yearning to learn about personal finance. It was a void, and that's why FinTalk has popped up.
Well, Rianka, you have such depth of information and you're such inspiration on this. Where can our listeners go to learn more about you and Chime?
Well, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on all social media platforms, Rianka_D, RIANKA_D, and make sure you take a look at the survey. I think it's going to blow your mind when you see it. Head to chime.com/2024 FinTalk. Again, if you want to learn more about the different trends that have popped up, more about personal finance, check out the blogs that are there.
Well, thank you for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Rianka. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about a new era in personal finance with Chime. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.